Welcome to the channel, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to give you a walkthrough of how to install the rear sway bar and brace kit from Cygnus Performance. It's going to be a little bit different how-to video. Everything's already installed on the car, so I'm going to get up under the car, act like the OEM equipment's still there, show you how to remove it, and then tell you how to reinstall this, kind of like a walkthrough process. I'm also going to give you a recommended tool list, and we're going to do a comparison between the OEM bar and the Cygnus as far as thickness goes. So without any further waiting, let's get into it. All right, everybody, these are the tools that are very beneficial to have during this install of the Cygnus rear sway and brace kit with end links. So here we go. We got a 3/8 ratchet, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 mil sockets, 5 mil Allen wrench, 12 mil box end, 2 14 mils, 17, small rubber mallet, punch, impact with a 3/8 adapter if your impact's not 3/8, WD-40, a jack, ramp, and jack stands. I'll get into why some of these are needed as we move through the install, but thickness comparison of the OEM bar versus the Cygnus. All right, everybody, I was going to do the comparison. My calipers wouldn't show up on screen, so I'll just tell you what the readings were. On the OEM bar right here, it was 19.3 mils. On the Cygnus bar, it was 23.5. So just say 19 and 20, 24 on the thickness of the bars, a pretty substantial difference. So I'll go ahead and start the walkthrough of the install. So we'll see, try to get my lighting right, but we'll just jump right into it. All right, everybody, we're under the car now. So I apologize if there's any bats in the cave there. This angle kind of just shoots you straight up my nose. But as you can see, I had to drop my exhaust. You may or may not need to do that. I had to get enough room in here to get the factory sway bar out. But we'll just act like the factory sway bar is in. First thing you want to do is you want to drop the top nut off the factory end link. It's a 14 mil nut. It's way up here in the top. I would try to show you, but I couldn't even get it on camera if I really wanted to. But that's a 14 mil nut. These are two 14 nuts here on the bottom. You loosen these up all the way, take that bolt out, take that nut off. You can pop that end link right out. One thing to note is that if this top nut starts to spin with the stud inside the end link, that's where the Allen wrench, and if you got a set of pass-through sockets, would come in handy, or you can use an Allen wrench and a standard box end to get it the rest of the way off. One tip is if you're doing the end links too, you can just undo this bolt. You don't even really have to mess with that, and you can just take the sway bar and it'll just come off one piece. That's one step that you could skip if you're doing end links also. So just moving right along on through it here is that you have two 12 millimeter nuts here with a factory brace. You take those two off. Of course, it's the same on the other side. I'm just going to focus on one side because it's the exact same setup on the other. So two brace bolts, take them off, take that stuff off over there on that side. Factory sway bar comes right out. So as far as reinstallation of this goes, you have to grease these debushings. So they provide you the grease with them. That's not an issue. So you mount them on the bar first, get that all nice and situated. Getting the end links back in, the end links that came with these, I had to use the punch. That's where the punch comes in handy. Got it down so far, and I used the punch to position the holes with. So it just, like I said, it helps you pull them into place, and so you can get the bolt back in there nice and easy. You put all that back together, and then you put the brace kit on. You have to undo this is a 17 mil right here, so 17 on the front and back. Take this nut off. As you can see, the flanges, the way they're facing, the face towards the wheel. So this comes with this hardware. You have to factory use this nut. So put this brace back on. You mount it here, swing it over. This is a 13 millimeter hardware kit. It's got a lock washer and a flat washer with it. Mount that in there, push it through the hole, bolt it down. Obviously, you leave this stuff loose. You don't tighten it all the way up yet. We'll have to drop the car, get it on ramps, get some weight on the suspension before you tighten anything up. It's just what you do when you work on the rear ends of vehicles. Anyways, it's pretty straightforward. So let's say you can see how it looks on this side. You can put the end link back in. I've got mine mounted on the mid hole for a middle setting right now. Let's see how that goes. Like I say, you get all that, you leave it loose, drop it down on the ramp, get some weight on it, and then you tighten everything down to spec. And then after that, you're pretty well set up to go out and give it a test run. If you found any of this helpful at all, please remember to leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.